Hey, what's up guys? I'm here to show you how to use version 2.0 of the SEO Roadmap template. If you have any questions or comments, you can go ahead and leave me an email here. If you want to watch this video again, you can go ahead and watch it here. And if you haven't seen this video, of course, you just are going to want to start here and then watch this video. So first of all, this is a note. You're going to want to delete this section if you're going to be doing this for a client, because obviously you don't want, Chase Reiner all over if you're going to be using this for your own clients. So for that, you just go ahead and just press delete and then delete these images. Basically just delete all these lines. And once you do that, you'll be pretty much good to go. I'm having problems deleting them because I think somebody else is editing this right now. But oh, it's because I already deleted all the images. So then we're going to clear these, delete these rows, and there we go. So that's what it's going to look like. Cool, so let me just put all those back for now. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to start by filling out the SEO roadmap for your client's name, the target business name, URL, list any competitors here if you have any. And this is meant to be like sort of the introduction if your client, if you're going to be doing this live, which is what I recommend. If you guys want to see an example of my audits, you can go ahead and go to my YouTube channel. I have a ton there. But either way, you put in the industry, business type, so that's local, national, e-commerce, that type of thing. The date, the time. This is where you're going to put the video if you do decide to record it, which I use OBS, and a tutorial for that will be in the toolkit once I update it. And over here we have the conversion value, what a conversion's worth, and audience targeting. All of this is based off metrics I get out of Ahrefs. If you don't have an Ahrefs account, you could use SEMrush instead. If you don't have that, you could just go ahead, pull this directly from Search Console, or just delete this tab if you don't want it. So this is where I ask the clients for their goals to kind of keep things in perspective. Like for instance, they want to rank for certain keywords, or they want more traffic to a certain page, or whatever, so we can closely monitor those things and hopefully give people what they're expecting, right? I also put in here percentage difficulty, meaning I like to sort of set expectations for these people, sometimes by saying like, hey, yeah, this could be, sort of difficult. And I sort of pair this with the keyword research portion, where I'll look at how competitive certain keywords are, and I'll use something like KW Finder to check the competition and the percentage meter, and then sometimes I'll plug it in there. This is sort of an arbitrary metric, and it's sort of something that you can just eyeball. For the request for client, this is where you put things if you have requests when you're like implementing the audit or doing the audit itself and maybe they're not there. And the way that works is, whoops, sorry. Having a problem here. There we go. And the way that works is that if you do have a request for a client, you just go ahead and ask it in here and then just email them afterwards, right? So it's pretty self-explanatory. So now we have the actual checklist. So it starts out with the priority checklist. It moves into indexation issues, site architecture, page speed optimization, all that stuff. So for this, you'll see it says status key X is fine. Z needs to be fixed. So we put an X here, an X here, an X here, and then we put a Z here. That means we need to fix it, right? So at the end of this audit, what you're going to do is you're going to duplicate this. And assuming you cleared all this stuff out, what you're going to do is you're going to sort from Z to A, and that way you'll be able to see which things need to be fixed and which things are fine, right? And then next to that will be all your notes. So if we delete this and go back over here, you'll see you'll have your notes. So if, say for instance, something needs to be fixed on AMP and it's a certain page, you would just say this page needs to be fixed. Now, say for instance, you don't know how to do this stuff, right? You don't know how to identify there's AMP problems, or you don't know how to fix that. Well, part of this roadmap is actually tutorials that are going to show you how to fix these problems, and also how to identify the problems. So we're actually in the process of getting all these videos uploaded. We took the videos, but we still need to edit them. This will be coming in the updates if you do get this checklist. If you purchase the checklist, you will get all of the future updates. And there are going to be updates for the keyword research portion and explaining how to do this keyword research that I do. and updates for the toolkit on the different tools I'll be using, and tutorials, and then hopefully discount codes once I go and outreach to the people I'm going to be asking for discounts for, which I generally get pretty easily. So carrying on, what you can see here now is just basically the different things like, site redirects to preferred version, Google My Business Access, whether or not you're indexing certain things, site architecture problems, page speed optimization, site-wide on-page issues, and again, tutorials showing how to identify all this stuff and then fix it, right? Keyword research with something I use, which is called Cora, which again will be in the how to identify. And basically all this other stuff like competitor link opportunities, content related issues, search console, all that kind of stuff, right? So this isn't only meant to be a roadmap for your clients, but it's also meant to be a roadmap for yourself so you can start figuring out how to identify some of the main issues. The other thing that's great about this roadmap is that once you have these things put in here that they need to be fixed, you can just hand it over to people who are going to be doing the implementations for you. So this roadmap works really well when you want to sell this to people, because when somebody wants an audit from you, it's a lot more personal to be able to show them all the things that are on their site that's going wrong with it. So then after you show them all the things, obviously they're going to want most of the time to know what you can do to help them. So that's pretty much it. This, like I said, is version 2, so it's finally the paid version. If you are looking to get this right now, you are going to have to join a wait list because I don't have it particularly out for sale yet. But if you want to check in later for the future versions and get it then, I will have it for sale. But for the moment, version 2 will be only available to certain people, and I will be releasing the later versions as well with more updates to come. So hope you guys enjoyed that video, and now you know a little bit more about the roadmap. There will be videos for these other sections as well, and that's pretty much it. So until I see y'all next time, happy SEOing.